From Television City in Hollywood, it's Tattletales. Welcome to the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And now, here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convey.
Hello there. Welcome to Tattletales. Nice to have you with us today at home. Sit back and relax and enjoy yourselves. We have some wonderful people going to entertain you and win some money for... You know, I haven't said that for a long time, and maybe I should, time to time, remind you, because we have new people joining our show all the time, hopefully. Our audience gets paid right here today, and when they walk out the door, whatever the celebrity couples win for them, these people walk out, and we have a check writing machine that's computerized, and you get that check slapped in your hand and walk home with the money right now. So here are the people going to win it for you. Winning money for the blue section from Magnum P.I., Roger E. Mosley and Tony Loudermilk. Yay. Winning money for the banana section today, Peter Britton, and from Capital, Carolyn Jones.
Yay. Right, you got it.
Winning money for the red section, Fred Travalina and Lois Travalina.
Hey!
Bailey.
Yes.
Yes, I left out the middle name. Excuse me, Peter.
No,
Peter Bailey.
Britain.
And I won't ever forget the Bailey before again. Your names are interesting. Where do they all come from? I mean, you have an interesting background.
Goodness, it comes from everywhere.
Yes.
But it started a long time ago, where it was just revealed to me by my father, because he hid it in the closet for a long time.
Yes.
That somewhere I'm the illegitimate great-great-grandson of the House of Orange, the Dutch royalty.
Yes.
And they don't want to talk about it right now, but, you know. I kind of knocked on the door and they said, no, go away, please. And don't use the front door. You know, that's how it happened.
So could you go back and reclaim the throne?
Oh, yes. Sure. No, not the throne,
but you could...
Some royalties, maybe.
Yeah, a title. What would your title be? Sir Citrus?
No. Would be, I don't know exactly what that would be. They don't use the titles for illegitimate children.
No, I know. They somehow legitimatize you, somehow. I know. Poof, you're legitimate.
Prince.
Oh, thank you very much. In that case, we'll win.
We'll call him Prince. All right, if you're ready to go,
You're
gang,
Prince.
we better get on with it. Ladies, this first question is for you. Have you ever consciously tried to make a man jealous? Yes or no? Okay? Now, you can deal with it any way you want to. Off you go. We tend to, when we ask the questions, of course, everybody relates it to you, to the person they're with, but this is general. What do you think Tony will say? Well, you're laughing already, Roger.
Well, one time I wasn't on my job, so she bought her some flowers, and then she set the flowers outside of her apartment with a card in them from an unknown admirer. Now, she told me this later on. Then I came over, right, and automatically I see these flowers outside of her apartment.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you how good that works.
What a terrific idea.
So well, wait a minute.
Oh, what I mean, if you were Tony, from Tony's point of view.
Yeah, I was crushed. My little heart pitter-patter no more.
Yeah.
You know, and so it worked. So I know of one person that she consciously made jealous, and, I got on my job a little bit better.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, quick.
I hijacked the flower truck. Here she comes. Tony, have you ever done that? Ever tried to?
Oh, yes.
That's right. We know who you did.
I hope he didn't tell the story, though.
He did.
Bert, I have to tell her. Tony, I told him about the flowers outside the door.
Oh, that's such a great trick. What a terrific device. Remember that, ladies at home, if you need a little help there.
Oh, I am
good
so
trick
embarrassed.
for you. Don't be at all. The blue section's thrilled to death with that story. Peter, what will Carolyn say?
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Here's the beep again. It doesn't have to be me necessarily, but in her...
No, it says, have you ever tried consciously to make a man jealous? So it could be...
Has Carolyn ever done that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God, yes.
You know that for a fact?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Has it ever done it to you?
No. That I know of.
Yeah. Okay, the answer is a definite yes.
Yes.
Here she comes. Oh. Was that something other than the ping that we heard there?
I'm terribly sorry. That's the way I burp.
That is a burp?
On the end.
Well,
Yes.
it's so feminine and dainty. I can't believe.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm embarrassed.
But no, not at all. We're all friends here.
It's not
Thank
Medea,
you.
sweetheart.
At least until you answer this
Sorry,
question.
babe.
What is the answer to that question, Carolyn?
Well, you know, I have such horrendous arrogance. If I have to make a man jealous to make him pay me attention, I don't want him. So no, I've never conquered.
That's not what the man said. He said, "Oh yes," with great confidence.
No.
He's wrong.
Sweetheart.
Yeah.
Just because you're jealous.
Carolyn, do you remember those flowers in the hallway?
No, no.
Which one?
that was another story out here. That you don't have to know about that one.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, Carolyn.
Sorry.
It didn't have to be me, anybody, in your entire life.
No, never have.
Yeah, she understood that question. He
No.
can't understand that you got it wrong, even though you know.
I can't understand it. That's my arrogance, you see.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Fred, what would Lois say?
Well, Stanley, here's another nice mess you've gotten us into. Well, I didn't know what she's going to say.
God. Somebody stop this man. This show's going to repeat on me. I'm Italian, and I can tend to be a little on the jealous side.
Mm-hmm.
I really can be that. And I think that Lois has really used that quite effectively over the years that my life has gone on. She has really done it to you. I mean it. So, I would say the answer to that would be yes.
A definite yes.
And God forgive me.
Here she comes. Here she comes. A yes or no for tried to make a man jealous.
Basically, I am a very friendly and warm type of person, and I can talk easier with men about building a brick wall or a house or something. But no, I do not intentionally make.
That's not what Fred said. I'm very sorry. Look at this. Tony and Roger get the whole thing to start things off for the blues section. Rack up to 150, and we'll come back in a moment with question number 2. We're not trying to make anybody jealous here. We'll even it up. See you in a minute. Oh, hurry.
Distracted.
They're searching for game show sounds in their natural habitat. She's attracting a mate. Oh, here's a cheeky fellow. Call of the Wild. Explore Buzzer. It's as good as it sounds.
Have you lost all
Question number 2, coming your way as fast as my lips can say it. If you're ready, ladies, Carolyn, you and Lois, I've got to play catch-up. You have
Yeah.
El Zippo on the board, and Tony's got all the money so far. This one's worth $150 as well. Ladies, you brought a couple of friends a very expensive wedding present. Then their marriage breaks up in less than a week. Would you want your wedding present back? Yes or no? Off you go. Bye. I hear people in the audience yelling yes and some yelling no. Peter, we'll start with you. How would Carolyn feel about this one?
Well, for once, I'm so certain I don't even have to answer it.
Yes.
Do I have to answer it?
Yeah.
No, not want it back.
Would not want it back at all?
No.
Even though it's less than a week?
A
Very
day, an
expensive.
hour.
An hour.
We'd leave it.
You would not even give it another
And
thought?
I haven't feel guilty for keeping it, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nothing
leave
at
it.
all?
No.
You got it. Keep it. I wonder, it depends on what it is, if they could break it in half.
That's different. A Ferrari, I'd say, maybe.
Aha!
Oh, very expensive.
Well, you said very expensive, see?
No.
Okay, can't
Leave
sway
it.
you.
Uh-uh.
The answer is no. Here she comes. Carolyn, yes or no?
Well, a wedding present means wedding. That's what you buy the present for. So no, I wouldn't want it back.
That's correct. You're right. Scared the yellow section to death, didn't you, for a second there?
Couldn't.
Okay, I mean, it's kind of an interesting thought, perhaps. Fred, what do you think?
If a quarter drops in Chicago, my wife hears it. I mean, she really watches the Bucks.
El Bucco.
And if it was really expensive,
Yeah.
she would. No, I gotta say, if it was really expensive.
Well, it says very expensive wedding present.
She'd be ticked off. She'd want it back.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got to go with what I said.
Now, the whole red section is almost in
They're all
revolt
booing
here.
me. It's terrible.
As they've all seen the movie Reds, and they're playing out their part. You're going to say, yeah.
It's very expensive. Yes.
That's what it says. It says it's very expensive, and it's maybe last 3 days, and you say, hey, hold it, folks. Okay, here she comes. We'll find out. Lois, how do you feel about that very expensive wedding present?
Well, Fred would probably say something about because I'm so cheap that I would want it back. But no, I would not want it back.
Well, Fred is the only one that thought that's what you would say. The red section is now going to march on him any second.
Correct.
They're coming to get me, honey.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll come back. You know, you wouldn't, though, huh?
No way.
No.
I'd let the... first of all, if the wedding only lasted a few days, the bride would probably have enough sense to return all the wedding gifts.
Maybe.
However, if
But you see how the possibility of return is in our conversation.
Yes.
I would certainly hope that one of the parties would get it and keep it.
Yes.
And use the money for the lawsuit.
Annulments aren't that expensive, are they?
Oh, I don't know.
Thanks, Lois. Sorry about that. What would
Sorry.
Tony say, Raj?
You know, this is so cute. You know they're in there, and you find yourself trying to hold them and help them.
Help them?
Yeah. Okay, honey, I'm getting ready to give my answer, dear. Yeah. Everybody's doing it, too. You know.
Yeah.
If we gave someone a really expensive wedding present, that would mean that we liked them a lot.
That's true.
And if they broke up in a week, we would be so hurt, we wouldn't want to call over and ask for the present back, too.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. Also, could be a business situation, and you felt obliged to. And I mean, there could be a lot of reasons why you'd give a very expensive gift. You've put it very nicely, and I certainly hope that Tony responds in an affirmative nature.
Yes.
Thank you. Here she comes. Tony, what are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know. It would be totally unsophisticated to go back to your friends and say, you know, that car I bought you, I want it back. I would have to say no.
That's right. That's what Roger said. So two of you are right. It's getting a little closer. It's halftime. We'll split that 150 and a half. Gentlemen, step to the rear kindly. We'll bring the ladies out front. We'll continue with the second half of Tattletales in just a second. Don't ask for the wedding gifts back. Open the door.
Now get forward.
I think all three of them are very beautiful, these three ladies we have here. We're taking questions from the audience and talking. You caught us doing it. We are back with three lovely ladies in the front, and we have the score, which is 0 for Lois and Fred, 75 for Carolyn and Peter, and 225 for Tony and Roger. You're doing very well today. Here we go, guys. Listen carefully. This one's worth $150 to your rooting sections. You're watching a preview of a new movie you're appearing in, and you can't believe your eyes. They forgot your name on the credits.
Oh, boy.
The producer tells you, well, they can squeeze in your name, but it will be in smaller letters than anyone else's. Would you accept that or prefer no credit at all? Off you go. Well, kind of an interesting
Is that
predicament.
to us or to
No, that's
them?
the guys.
The guys?
Talking to the guys.
Oh,
it's their
that's a
question,
different kettle of
their answer, and their career. Lois, what will Fred say? What would he do in a case like that?
Oh, that's very difficult for Fred.
Where would it be?
What do you mean, where would it be?
I mean, would it be at the end?
Oh, that I don't know. No, I don't know that.
Because that makes a difference.
I can't believe you're right. You're watching a preview of a new movie you're appearing in. Doesn't say where.
Uh-huh.
It happened one time where Fred's name was quite big in a movie. I mean, not, you know. But it was good billing, and...
But it wasn't the size that was agreed upon?
But the next time he saw it, it was reduced. It had been reduced to smaller lettering.
And what did he do?
Got very upset. But it was better than nothing.
Yeah.
So I would say that. He would rather see it than not see it.
Okay, he would. You would accept it rather than have no credit at all.
Yeah.
All right, here he comes. Tough to do. Fred, so far you're batting 1,000.
Hey, how about that, huh?
We want to see how you do on this one. What would you do about that?
Well, I've had a lot of problems with my name. In fact, I give out silver bullets because I have had this problem. I've been called... First it used to be, great show, your Uncle Lee Trevino's a great golfer. Then it was, hey, kid, that dance from Saturday Night Fever is really terrific. I got rid of that. Now people say you're great on Hill Street Blues, Travanti. And then I get Tug McGraw. I get all kinds of things. I would, because of my consciousness of billing in places like Las Vegas, and you know what I mean, Bert, I would say, if it was going to be smaller than everyone else's, no credit at all.
No, you're still batting 1,000. You haven't ruined your standing so far with us. The red section is now distraught. Look at them. They're saying, oh, no, what are we going to do? Sorry, Fred, you still have another shot. You got $300 question coming up. Don't worry. But maybe you should start worrying a little bit. Tony, what will Roger say?
Roger would not accept having his name squeezed in, so he would accept no credit at all.
He'd rather not be on there at all.
That's right.
Rather than have it squeezed in smaller letters.
That's right.
Yeah.
I hate to be the producer that does that to him.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Here he comes. Raj, how do you feel about the billing?
You know what, Bert? I watched Tattletales the first time, then you went on hiatus, and now we got the new Tattletales. And I've always wondered if there was any kind of way back here we could get around hearing, you know, this is a foolproof thing.
You got music in
this is the best poker face group of crew people I've seen. They don't tip you off as to what's going on out there.
No, there's a whole bunch of people back there.
Yeah, so if anybody wonders like I did whether this is foolproof, believe me, they got you back here. You don't know what's going on out there. All right. I always have a problem with my name. The answer is leave it off.
That's the one. You got it. Well, he's hot. Man doesn't miss. What can I tell you?
All right, Raj.
Carolyn, you got to stay in the race here. What do you think? What will Peter say?
Well, Peter is very arrogant, you know, and if somebody ignores him like that, you know, or tries to diminish him in any way, he'd go, wappo, forget it. I don't need you. So he would say, leave it off.
Leave it off.
Yeah.
If you're not going to include me, leave it off.
Yeah, to heck with you.
Here he comes.
Except worse than that.
We'll see. We'll see. Peter, what are you going to do about the billing problem?
Well, a long talk with the producer in a soundproof room with him alone. And then I would accept the small print.
No, that's not
You twit!
I am not alone in the world.
You would accept that, huh, Peter?
My name is so long, you'd see it anywhere.
I'm sorry about that. Tony and Roger get the whole thing. Oh, they're doing great. Look at this. We'll come back in a moment with the $300 question. Maybe Tony and Roger reach new heights. Don't go away. See you in a minute. Buzzer, 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 buzzer.
I used to think.
Hello there. Here we go. This will decide it. I don't know what it's going to decide. It's going to decide who's going to win because Lois and Fred can foul up the winner. Carolyn and Carolyn and Peter could come from behind and win too. So it's not over. Man, listen carefully.
Up.
This one's worth $300. So listen carefully. You're eating at a posh restaurant and the check comes. Do you simply pay the total without question, look it over briefly to see that it's about right, or check it over very carefully for mistakes? What do you do with the check in a posh restaurant? Goodbye. And we'll start with Fred.
Is that him or us?
That's him.
That's him?
Yep.
Okay.
What does Fred do about the check?
He signs it. He never looks.
He signs it.
Never looks.
Never
pays
looks.
it.
Just pays it. Doesn't check it. Just the heck with it. That's it.
Right.
Really?
All the time. Because
All
I
the
get
time.
mad at him, and as he says, I hear a dime drop in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And I go, Fred, why don't you look at the check? No, he just signs it.
Right. Does he ever pay for it, or does he just sign it?
No.
You're thinking you're in Vegas in a hotel, right?
No, he always pays it.
Okay,
Yeah.
without looking.
Without looking.
Here he comes. What do you do with the check in a posh restaurant?
This is always a very sore point with Lois and I because I tend to be overly unconcerned about that kind of thing, and Lois will check the check.
Yeah, but I'm asking you.
I would probably just pay it.
That's what the lady said. You're right. The red section's saying, big deal.
Well, come on now.
Hey, you know, he could come in here now and do very nicely for you. See, don't worry about it. Carolyn, what will Peter say?
Peter used to be a waiter. As all actors,
Yes.
you know, they all work as waiters. He knows that mistakes can be made. He always checks the check.
Always checks it very carefully.
Exactly.
Okay, here he comes. Peter, there comes the check. You're in this posh restaurant. What do you do with it?
Well, here's knowledge comes into effect. I used to be a waiter a long time ago. I can look at a check at a glance and know what's going on. I look at it briefly and then pay it.
No, that's not what carefully. No, you said you check it very carefully.
Were there 3?
Yes.
Oh,
Look at it
I'm
over
sorry.
brief. Pay without question. Look it over briefly to see that it's about right, or check it over very carefully.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
I'm sorry, too.
I am too. I'm sorry, Banana.
Sorry, Peter. Sorry, Bananas. Tony, what will Roger say?
Roger checks it over briefly.
Yeah, briefly. Looks it over briefly and sees that it's about right.
Right.
Here he comes. Roger, what are you going to do? The check arrives in this posh restaurant.
I like going to nice places to eat, and I like good service. All she has to do, and she always goes with me, all she has to do is remember what I do. I look at the check long enough to compute the tip. So I look at it briefly, and then...
That's the one. You got it. Tony and Roger and Lois and Fred are right to split the 50, but time is up, and look at that total. The Bananas win it. I mean, the blue section wins it. What am I saying? We'll come back in just a moment and give their money. It's a lot. We don't get that much very often. Big winners today. I mean big. The blue section with Tony and Roger, $525. We had 1,000. They will divide $1,525. Not bad, gang. Thank you all for being with us, and thank all of you at home for watching us on Tattletales. Bert kindly saying so long. I'll see you the next time. Thank you. Bye.
In addition to cash awards, a member of the winning rooting section selected at random will also receive a Conair Pro Style hair dryer used by over 250,000 professional hairstylists. For professional results at home, use the Conair Pro Style hair dryer. For international entertaining or everyday meals, West Bend's Electric Oriental Wok, ideal for stir-frying, simmering, and stewing. An eyeglass case and Gel Clean eyeglass cleaner fills in and corrects hairline scratches. Gel Clean cleans differently than anything you've ever tried. And a great selection of fashion right shoes from Kinney, the Great American Shoe Store. Who can bring you all the latest styles at down-to-earth prices? Kinney can. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.